Postman's on the way. Got something special today. Okay, next week makes a month. The 27th makes a month. So just a couple days. I don't know. Everything's so screwed up. Yeah, ridiculous. Have a good one. I appreciate it. No problem. All right, gang. Halliwax here, back in my basement. I got something really, really special today. Inside here is a CNC'ed V3. Okay? But this V3 is special because it was laser scanned off of a blank. That's right. In A New Hope, multiple blanks were made and then machined into the V3 and V2 and all that stuff. They're machined into the motorized stunts, should I say. Long story short, which I could never seem to do, the original creator of the lightsaber, the Kenobi stunts, had some leftover blanks, brought them home with him when the movie was done. He befriended this guy Tom in Germany, they're friends, and he gifted Tom a blank. Now Tom, with his blank, decides he wants to turn it into a V3, so he hunts down the RPF, shares all his knowledge with us. So he's been on the RPF for a while now. Whenever we have any questions, he ends up reaching out to his friend who worked on the props and comes back with answers for us. But what Tom wanted to do was he wanted to motorize his stunt. Instead of risking damaging it, he ended up having somebody laser scan his original stunt, and then they cleaned it up with editing, and then they CNC'd 5 of them. Okay, there's only 5 made. So now Tom kept one for himself, so there's 4 left. Okay, right away. It's like, I have to get one of these. I have to get them. So I reached out right away. Even before Tom said he was going to sell them, he said there was 4. He has 4 left. I said, that's it. Boom, reach out to him. And he said, sure, Halliwax, I'll sell you one. So I grabbed one from him. He shipped it, and then COVID struck, and customs, since he's in Germany, customs in the border, I guess, shut down. So it was stuck in Germany for, a long time. It was stuck there. Then it came over to New York, where it stayed again. Didn't move for a long time because, again, customs is shut down, priority and all that stuff, thanks to COVID. And it started moving this week. And though it moved, it wasn't very descriptive of where it was going until this morning when I opened up and checked, and it said out for delivery. Yesterday it still said it was in New York. So the tracking was all screwed up. But that's a long story. Okay, I've already been jabbling for 2 minutes, I haven't unboxed it. So I ripped off all the privacy stuff on here. So our addresses are safe, but inside there says aluminum prop, sword handle. So let's open this sucker up. I might change camera angle because the lighting sucks. This is really special to me because of the lineage. Everybody knows what the V2 means to me. Motorized stunt is very, very important to me. It's the closest thing I'll ever have to owning an original lightsaber. I like the... So we've got this wrapped up really good. Okay, so she's pretty heavy. Tom's got it wrapped with brown tape, so you can easily distinguish where it is on the bubble wrap. Underneath the bubble wrap looks like this paper. He doesn't fool around when it comes to shipping. The moment of truth, Tom. This is the moment of truth. I'm actually going to close my eyes while I open this. Let's see, there might actually be my eyes are closed. There might actually be another layer underneath this. No, I don't think there is. Eyes are still closed. Okay, yeah, ready? Gonna open up. Wow. Wow. This is wicked. This is wicked. I don't even know if I had that in frame. So it's a solid piece, like the casting. So I know he had the pommel machined. I'm pretty sure it's only 2 pieces. The pommel. Look at that. Beautiful inside there. Things that stick out right away to me is like the booster section is very flat. There's no bevel there. This deep groove too inside here. This is totally different than the V. Oh man, this is totally different than the V2. All up in here. The ring section is crazy, and we know the rings. This is the most accurate rings you'll ever get because it's right off the cast. All these dimensions are right off the cast. This is incredible how much thinner. I gotta change this camera. This is driving me nuts. Okay, so this lip here underneath the emitter plate is way smaller than any replica that's out there. Wow. Crazy how different it is. I mean, the ring section, it may not look different on screen, but this thing is way fatter. The ring section is way fatter than any replica out there on the market. This I find very interesting too, this flare here. Incredible. It also looks like this is, you can actually see it on this side here. It looks like it has like a, what's the moon? I want to say the shape of a moon. Somebody harassed me in the comments below about what word I'm trying to describe this shape. Crescent. It's got like this crescent. It goes like this. Wow. This gap is rather large, I think, because he intended to have space to cut it off if he wanted to. It may not be, but it looks a little bigger. Probably not. And it's heavy. This is so heavy. So heavy. My God, I'm so thankful to be part of this. I can't thank Tom enough for allowing me to own one of these. This is very, very, very important to me. The pommel now, Tom didn't have. His cast came with the trunk sticking out of it. I have a theory about why it has a trunk on it, but there was no pommels. The wood buck had a pommel, but I think they ditched that idea and ended up milling it, lading it down to a trunk, and then recasting it again so they could hold it in a lathe. So Tom had, back in the 90s, I think when Tom made his, he had a pommel made, and he wasn't happy with the pommel once he found the RPF, so he had help from another member on the RPF design a very, very, very accurate pommel. It's very, very accurate. I've been told by a lot of 3D guys, and I've been told by a lot of machinists that the pommel is by far the hardest part to fabricate or machine. Came out damn good though. This is incredible. Tom, I can't thank you enough for letting me be part of this. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything to it except display it like this. This is really, really, really important to me and going to be one of my favorite pieces in my collection because of the lineage that it holds. This is the closest thing I'll ever get to the real deal, so it's very, very special to me. So I'm going to go 3D print a stand for it and put it in its casket. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it, man. This is Halliwax. Out.